We got a coaching team with staff that ain't good enough to be managing Derby. So somebody tell me, how do we expect to be winning this Derby? So black and white tsunami, that the team fell apart since Fergie. Lord have mercy, Liverpool one Man City just did a man dirty. We got a coaching team with staff that ain't good enough to be managing Derby. So somebody tell me, how do we expect to be winning this Derby? So black and white tsunami, that the team fell apart since Fergie. Lord have mercy, Liverpool one Man City just did a man dirty. What?
Yo, this is the OT99 Banter where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, I'm giving my evaluation of the game, but quite frankly, today was a mess. First half was terrible. I think the goal before end of the half, first half killed us, totally demolished us. And you know what? Second half we gave a bit more fight. You know, we made up formation, brought on Sancho, but in all honesty, Sancho didn't really get that much of a foothold of the game. He couldn't even get the ball, quite frankly, you know. I was happy to see Donny come on. But again, 10 minutes ain't enough time for him to do what he needs to do to make an impact on the game. Look, I saw a team that was defeated. I saw a team that was just not playing. I think Ollie's lost the team. I think he's lost the team. He's lost the dressing room. Quite frankly, something needs to change. We got outclassed. We got outrun. We got outplayed. Do you know what I mean? And there was no clear-cut chances of Manchester United getting back in that game. You know, we had a half chance of, I think, Cristiano Ronaldo forced to save. Outside of that, I can't really think of any clear opportunities that Man United had. So, this is Manchester United. Like, this is 90 minutes. And Manchester United is probably having one or two shots on goal, half chances. It's terrible, you know. And I think for us, we need drastic change. And if that means Buddy going, then he has to leave, do you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, if we can get in another manager, get it in ASAP, because the season is dwindling, do you know what I mean? This is not club that we want to see. We know that we can do better than this. We've got Sancho in, we've got Varane in, we've got Ronaldo in. You know, Varane's obviously injured, but we can do better than this. This isn't Man United. So for me, something's got to give. Do you know what I mean? Something's got to give. And I won't be surprised if I say in the press that, you know, talks are heating up. You know what I mean? Of Oli leaving. You know, because look, I don't even know when's the last time we won a game in the Premier League. I'm starting to forget now of all of these draws and losses. And it's terrible, man. Do you know what I mean? I can't really pinpoint anyone specifically that had a really good game. Like, Greenwood was okay. Do you know? Wan-Bissaka for me was... He just a guy that does not look over his shoulder. He's not really aware. I mean, he's dropping into a centre-back position, tucking in a lot. Wasn't aware of, like, Phil Foden. He wasn't aware of, like, Gundogan and those guys on the east side. And, you know, those guys are too open. You know what I mean? And it was just creating so much havoc on that side of the pitch. And I think, like, you know, it's just not working out. You know, that five at the back is definitely something that I don't see us going with going forward, because it's not a formation that's Man United. Let's put it like that. Or it's not a formation that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he's not a guy that can implement that formation successfully. We were just terrible. We had no outlet in the first half because we was playing five at the back. Luke Shaw, you know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was getting pinned back into their box in the first half. Hardly could get forward. Like, it was just terrible. We managed to get more, you know, the opposition's half. Like I said, in the second half when we made that change, but we're always second to the ball. You know, pressing wasn't that good. You know what I mean? It was just, I saw today City press from the front. You know, Phil Foden. You know what I mean? Like, Gabriel Jesus. All of these guys pressing like they were the last defenders. And this is why, like, they have so much of the ball usually, is because they guys press. It felt like for us to get to their defense, it would take a miracle. Or we're doing route one balls, you know what I mean? Trying to feed it to Rashford like in the second half, trying to get the ball forward. Or hoof it over to Ronaldo so Ronaldo can head it down. And then, you know what I mean? But we never win second ball. Can't play through the midfield. You know, I saw the biggest chair on the pitch today outside of City getting their goals when Donny van de Beek came on. And that's a big signal to show that Manchester United in the midfield is a big issue. We ain't got no passes. We ain't got no one feeding the forwards. And when we brought on Donny van de Beek, it was a big chair. The club know what they want. The team knows what they want. You know, we've got to make drastic changes. Look, for me, it's all out, man. Get back on. Peace.
Yo, this is the OT99 Bantering, where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, we're back again with another show. It's your boy Firms, and today I'm joined by NK and Edwin. And today we are going to talk Manchester United, everything about Manchester United, the Manchester derby. Manchester United got hammered 2-0 at home, was not in the game from start to finish, and we're going to talk about it. Look, my assessment.
So firstly, I want to say I'm sorry, Firma, that you travelled all the way there, that you went there live. I'm sorry, like from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that drive that you took down there just to see that ass whooping.
Bro, do you know what's funny? Yeah, that was my first Manchester United derby, right? And I never even expected us to get anything out of that game. In all honesty, right? It will be silly for anyone to expect Man United to get anything out of any game these days, let alone against City. But obviously, I was just thinking, you know what? Manchester United derby, you know, Ronaldo. My thing was, you know what? Let me just go and see Ronaldo and let me see how he performs. You know what I mean? He's not getting any younger. Let me get to watch him before he retires. You know what I mean? So I could have chosen any game.
That's a good shout.
Do you know what I mean? So I went up there, bro, and I'll tell you this from now, yeah? My first...
What was the atmosphere saying?
Bro, the atmosphere was crazy, bro. The atmosphere was crazy. The stadium is insane. Look, I tell you what.
Good seats?
Good seats. Right there. Third row from the sides, bro. Like, literally, you can touch them. My thing was this. When I got there, bro, these guys, the training, when they're doing the warm-up, yeah, I see City man there doing well-drilled training, you understand? The goalkeepers were doing their thing. All four keepers for City was getting trained. De Gea, Heaton, and sort of the other goalkeeper was doing their training. But when I see the players, I see Rashford, and no shade, I see Rashford, Lingard, and Sancho doing this little, like, playing games. Like, they weren't starting, so maybe that's why they weren't taking it as serious. But they're playing games with the ball. And I see, bro, City, man, doing the drills, bro. Like, when I looked at them training, I already knew that we was going to lose. Like, just the warm-up, I knew that they was going to lose. We weren't taking it.
Do you know when I knew we were going to lose, though?
What is that?
When I saw the formation. No. All jokes aside, no jokes here, because look, you've got to think about it, right? It's like anything in life, yeah? You have to counter what you're playing against, right? If you're playing against a team that likes to hold the ball and they play football, you can't play five in the back, because five in the back naturally makes you sit back, right? Because look at Man United, they will sit back the five and then everyone will just chill and they'll hit them on the counter. But you can't hit a team like City on the counter because they play cute football. Like City don't do long balls. They play football on the, like, you know what I mean? So when I saw that we were playing five at the back, I knew we were going to get outplayed, because the formation is designed for us to sit back. And by us sitting back, they play, because we're in the second half.
We're inviting
the pressure. And look, and they were doing that thing that City done all the time. And this is why they didn't need, this shows, like, our team kind of shows why they don't need a striker, because they play that thing where they'll play it behind the right back or left back, and then they'll pass it in. And that's how they'll get all their chances. Just get to the byline and pass it in. And us sitting back allowed them to do like a madness. Because technically, in the second half, even though we didn't play even better anyway, it wasn't as, like, the game was more open and free-flowing. You know what I mean? But we literally, it's mad. Think about it. 5 shots at home, 1 on target. That's mad.
Bro, it's mad. It is totally mad. And you know what? You get to see a close-up how they play here. Bro, I see Phil Foden. Them man and De Bruyne and that, they stand right at the edge of the line. You see, when you say stretch in the play, bro, the line, they stand right at the edge. But Phil Foden was having a field day against Wan-Bissaka, bro. His positioning, Wan-Bissaka doesn't look over his sholdder. He doesn't know.
I'm waiting for NK. NK hasn't said anything yet.
Look, NK, look.
I know he's ready.
Look, hey, AK is greasing in the WhatsApp anyway, so it's just like he's just waiting to do verbal diarrhea right now, man.
Bro, it's just, I don't know, because you know how you say you found out we're gonna lose what do you call it, kickoff here. I knew we were gonna do it the day before that. Because during the all this press conference on Friday, yeah, they asked him about how the new change of system, yeah.
I've said the day before.
I'm just being serious, because you know what? On Friday, yeah, if I had like 10K, yeah, there, yeah, I don't know the odds on City winning, but I would have put 10K on City to win. I will call all the boys and tell you, man, then Saturday, yeah, we're going club and I'm popping bottles, full confidence, bro. You know, because they asked Oli, yeah, about how he's gonna fish Sancho inside there, and then he's just done his little bollocks like, oh, Sancho's gonna play a lot of like games for Manchester United. We've just changed. He said we have just changed our system now, but it's not gonna be permanent. It's gonna be temporary. That straight away just let me know that something ain't right, you know. And then you get onto the pitch, and then obviously we didn't know whether Lindelof was going to be fit, not going to be fit. Like, we just didn't know. And then right before kickoff, I mean, the same way you saw the drill, I saw this. They showed it too, where they were warming up, and you saw Man United back five. They were warming up together, and they were just so close to each other, heading with the balls and stuff, so close. So you just knew that they were going to pack the bus, but they were going to do it very narrow. They interview Pep, and then they're like, oh, Jack, you dropped Jack Grealish. He said, yes, I want a right-footed player on the right-hand side and a left-footed player on the left-hand side. He knew one thing. They're going to pack the bus, and the only way to get through is crossing. And he knew that was his game plan too. And United, yes, we play 5 at the back. But the problem is, actually, we didn't play 5 at the back. We played 7 at the back because Fred and McTominay was defending so deep.
No,
but the problem is, when you defend like that and you get the ball, what is the game plan? And we did not have a game plan when we had the ball. So
there was no outlet. There was no outlet.
And
if you play 7 at the back, if you play 2 fullbacks, those 2 fullbacks, we can't afford those 2 fullbacks to be pinned back in our box if those are only main outlets, because you ain't getting your pace from Ronaldo, and then you're left with Greenwood, who, to be fair, I felt it was trying. But the City pinned our fullbacks. There was no way. Like, we was losing every second ball, every third ball. We were not even, look, I swear to you, that first half, we didn't put more than 3 passes together successfully at one given time in that first half, bro. I saw stats of something like 70-something to 20-something possession, It was crazy.
Bro, the first 20 minutes, I was watching the first 20 minutes, and I just told the group, I said, look, this is just the most embarrassing football I've ever seen play for Man United.
There was no style.
It was just bad because
I think you said it the best, isn't it?
City had the whole ball, and it's not the fact that they even had the ball. It just was the way they were just playing. They were just kind of like controlling it, and the lack of idea from United, they just bad. And you know what? Every day, most of the time, I come here and I defend Ole. I do most of the time, especially when the game goes forward. And the only time I did not give him credit was the Tottenham game. And then you must be shocked I didn't do that. And I told you that this formation that Ole plays, when we go down, everything is gonna go bad. Since he played this formation, he's used it for 3 games. And only one game he has seen it out for 90 minutes, and that was the Tottenham game because we scored right before halftime. Atlanta game, he changed it. Against City 2, he has changed it.
You can't do that though, man.
You just
and he didn't even need to change it if he was so confident in that formation. As soon as who came off? Was it Bailly that came off? Or was it Luke Shaw got in?
No, Bailly came off.
Eric Bailly got taken off at halftime.
Bailly got sent, and then he flipped it to a 4-3. Is it 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 or whatever it was?
Do you know what's mad about the whole thing, right? What is even more crazy? If you watch City, do you know when they went? Do you know City didn't get out of the gears? Like
they didn't make a sub.
Think about it. Number one, they didn't make a sub, and they didn't get out of the gears. You know what happened? It was like, okay, cool. We're up here, and making that they even allowed us to pressure them to see what we were about. We didn't do anything, so they're just like they just played a training match the second half.
Edwin, this is what happened. At halftime, they were in halftime 2-0 lead, and Pep, and I'm telling you this.
Pep told them to chill.
This is what Pep told them. Pep told them, hey, you mans, we don't need to batter this man because if you batter them, they're going to sack Ole. We need to come here next season and play them the same way. So you make sure you keep the score.
I would be surprised because they didn't even try in the second half.
It's like Floyd Mayweather. You know Floyd Mayweather and his full fight with Logan Paul. You know the fake one. He didn't want to finish him off. He just wanted to.
Well, he said, I don't want to come here next season to have to play a difficult match. Let's keep this guy in the job and keep the score the same.
Let's talk about Eric Bailly. Let's get onto some of the specifics. So Eric Bailly obviously started. He got his final game.
I mean, finally got his start that you've been wanting. He's been wanting. His performance. What do you think of his performance today? Because he got an own goal, and for me personally, I thought that was by his fault. To be fair, because I feel like
it was his fault. But do you know whose fault it was? Do you know whose fault it was before anyone?
Aaron.
Nah, it was the managers. Look at the three centre backs. Look at where he placed them. You can't have Lindelof in the middle as a controlling one, right? Because look, technically, even though I don't like Maguire should be in the middle. He shouldn't be allowed to be made like vulnerable, right? You keep him in the middle, yeah. He can do his last stitch thing, right? Like, I think that the setting up of the three was wrong, number one. But by his positioning was poor. But like, no one was. At least he attempted to go for it. You know what I mean? Compared to like when the ball come over.
I think by he done extra. I think he lit the ball came crossed into him and he slid. Instead of him could have just used his right foot.
But look,
and
this
just
is the
knocked it
problem.
out.
This is the problem. There's no leaders. No one shouted at him. Leave it or do. You know what I mean?
And you know what? And I decide. In a way, I don't blame him in a way because the thing is, that cross, yeah, when you're a fullback and they ask you to cross, that is the areas you put inside, the danger areas you put inside. And I agree with what Edwin said is, when that ball was coming, there was no one in there. So if he allowed that ball to go, that ball would have probably just went out. It wasn't going to be like the second goal where they all left it and then the ball went. It would have probably gone out. And that's where you got your Lindelof and your Maguire to say leave, or even a goalkeeper to shout to say leave. Because that cross was such a good cross. But if no one is there, just tell him to leave it. No one communicated to him, and that ball just literally just went there. And to be fair enough, the cross was so good. Lindelof nearly scored an own goal too. So forget about everybody too.
That's what I was about to say.
An goal too. So you cannot blame him for that because the cross was just so good. You either push your leg in there to try to deal with it, or something was going to happen.
I was about to say that. Lindelof, I was about to say that. No, do you know why I was going to say that? What would have happened if Lindelof had scored an own goal? He's going to take Lindelof off. The only reason he
will start because he finds any opportunity, Ollie, to take off guys like Bailly. Yeah.
No, because you know Lindelof, the only one is that Lindelof was right at De Gea, so De Gea could stop it, right? If that went in, there's no if it was the other way around, I guarantee you, if Lindelof had scored that own goal, he's not going off at half time.
No, of course not.
But it's not. You know what? I don't even have no problems with players going off at half time and players not. I told you, my loyalties are to Man United, and I care about United winning. I could care less who plays to win. The gear can be playing as a striker for Man United to win. I wouldn't complain. But my problem is this. My problem is this. And you see all the top managers here, like when Pep came in, he had his formation and he said, look, I'm going to play from the back. He brought out a second goalkeeper from Barcelona. He couldn't play from the back. He shipped him off, went to buy Edison. He said, I want my fullbacks to play a certain kind of a way. Fullbacks couldn't do it. He bought another one, bought a different one because he knew how he wanted to play. Klopp too, same thing too. Klopp knew how he wanted to play. Fullbacks, bomb forward, energy in the midfield. He knew that. Conte, through at the back. Conte will never change it. These guys never change it. They never do. But with Oli,
more attackers or more defenders.
It just with Oli, the minute he abandoned that formation, because I finished since Oli came, he's been changing his formation all the time. The minute he abandoned that formation, like if you're gonna play 5 at the back, you have trained the whole week to play 5 at the back. And for you to just change it just like that second half, that itself, it's a worrying sign right there. It's a worrying sign. If that was your game plan from the beginning, because when you do a game plan, hey, you know what? If we go 1-0 down, this is what we're going to do to come back into the game. You know that everybody have a plan A. You always know that, hey, if we go up, we're going to defend like this. If we go down, we're going to play like this to come in. And maybe if things are not going well in the 70th minute, I'm going to change it. The system, but because we got utterly battered, literally battered. He had no other no other choice but to change the system. And do you know another thing that upset me is the way we play against City, and this is one of the biggest problem I have with Ole. If you're a manager, that you're going to keep on changing your formations, at least know what team to play war against. see the way we play against City, yeah? If we played against Liverpool, I tell you what, we get dropped from that game. If we play today, West Ham play the same thing too. Pack the fans, defend in their shape, and then hit Liverpool on the counter, and they go 3 goals against them.
Yeah, like
if we play that against them, they do the same. You know, pressing Liverpool. You know how we play Liverpool.
I don't think Man United will get any points against any team that's in form. And I can't confidently say that Man United can get any points from any team that's in form. I think we can get points of teams that are not in form, or maybe teams that are like, yeah.
Because the difference is
last season.
That's what I'm saying. Last season we beat Man City. Like the Man City and Liverpool's, we got points.
Exactly, because against Liverpool, remember when we went to Anfield, yeah? We packed them back. Everything was going to Anfield, yeah? To go attack Liverpool. We went there, pack the bus, and go a draw. With Liverpool, most of the time, we always pack the bus and then get a draw. With City, all the games that we have beaten City, the first 20 minutes, we always press them, get a first goal, and then we pack the bus.
Man United's team slightly changed from that in a sense where those days where we were doing counter-attack, we will have guys like Rashford starting, who now's probably just come back, he's not really too fit. Or we'll have someone like Dan James, the speedster. Now, Man United's forced to always play Ronaldo now.
Do you know what the difference is between last season and this season, right? Is that, like you say, the teams are in form, number one, and we're really seeing Ollie doesn't know what he's doing. That's the straight thing. Because last season, yeah, he done a few things and he got away with it, right? But there's been no growth in him. You know what I mean? At least with certain teams, like, okay, last season we beat the Liverpools. Because even this season, like, even when we're playing bad, yeah, or we get draws, we're like, okay, when we do play the big teams, we turn up. We do enough to get a point or a win, right? Ollie showed no growth in his tactics, his management. And let's be honest, the players don't want to play. Listen to what Roy Keane said, yeah, was that there's the truth. He's like, he don't even know what to say no more to the team. They're not good enough. Certain players, you see what he said about Fred? He's like, if anyone says Fred should be playing in Man United's midfield, is mad.
You know when Old Trafford was the loudest? Besides City smashing in the goals and their fans. Is when Van de Beek came on, bro. Yeah, the whole crowd went crazy when he came on.
They love him.
They love him, bro. They love him. Like, he made a forward pass, everyone started going crazy. Like, wow.
Because that was the fans' way of saying, we don't trust you no more, Oli. It was the first way of saying we don't trust you no more. Because you know what? And Oli, to be honest with you, I feel like this season, this was the first season, where United actually have expectation of him to do well. The last 2 seasons, we have not had expectations of him to do well. We have literally, and all of us, even the fans here, had made excuses for him of why we cannot. Last season, it was, we don't have a good centre back, so only done great to just do what he needed to do anyways. The previous season too, we didn't have a tackle. Whatever the excuse was to do, we made so much excuse. But this season, he had the centre backs and then he had the strikers. And the only excuse we could have made for him was that he didn't have the DM. But even that, we said it. Even without the DM, this guy need to do a title challenge. And straight away, he has panic where he is literally having to do stuff that he is not comfortable in doing. He is literally doing stuff like Oli would have never go press Liverpool. Why would he go press Liverpool in that game? He would never go do that. Never go do that.
You know what's scary about? You know what's worrying about Man United, and I feel like what's worse than Manchester United, losing these games, right? Is Manchester United losing these games, but also being in limbo and freefall in terms of how we're approaching these games. Like, for me, like, even last season, I felt like Manchester United, even though we'll lose to like a big team or whoever we lose against, Man United was sticking to their 4-2-3-1, Fred McTominay in certain games. I can call it. Now it's just like we've tried a 4-2-3-1 for quite a lot of the bit of the season, and it didn't work out. We went to the 5 at the back for 3 games, like you was talking about earlier. That didn't work out. We're flipping it back to like 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, whatever. That's not working. So it's just like we're practicing in season, and we don't have any like certified system, and that's more worrying to me.
Do you know what you said is that perfect? We're treating the season as a pre-season, and that's like a
pre-season, bro.
Like, that's a joke. Like,
this is the problem.
You shouldn't be figuring out, like, right now, this is the problem here. As a manager, you bought your players. You've got your Sancho, you've got your Varane, you've got Ronaldo, right? Already you should know what team you're playing and know the formations. Like, I guarantee that in his plans, there was never probably a plan to go 5 at the back. He only done that because we were losing. Like, he should have had a set plan that, okay, if we're playing bad, this is how we're going to play. These are the plays I'm going to introduce. Like, I think the NK said it. All he does, he just wants to play McFred, and that's it. He just wants to play the same players all the time.
Well, if you look at last season, last season he didn't do the big game. He never went through the back. Through the back was 2 seasons ago. He used to do through the back 2 seasons ago. Last season against the big games here, we thought like, oh, is he gonna go through the back and put the show there because we had Tellers, so that could have actually worked better. But he never done that last season. So last season was his way to say, hey, you know what? We're not doing that negative tactics anymore because I'm kind of like getting the players that I want to play how I want to play now. So I'm not going to do that no more. And I remember when we beat Liverpool in the FA Cup or so, he said that was the first time we have actually played the big teams and won and play how we wanted to play. That was his words, So for him to start going backwards, that just shows you like that's a manager that is not making no improvement. He's just going backwards now. And yesterday, after the game, he said we are far off against Man City, and this guy far off,
we are far off. Do you know how bad it is? I'll tell you how bad it is. It's just like we're making these teams like Liverpool and City look so great. Like City could have smashed us like 5-0 or whatever, Liverpool, well, look, West Ham went and took points off them today. 3 points off them today. Do you understand? West Ham's a team.
The West Ham beat Liverpool?
West Ham beat Liverpool, bro.
Oh, wow.
City, that we just lost against 2-0 and we got dominated from start to end, like completely dominated, Palace went and smashed them 2-0. I'm not saying that Palace is, high flying and doing well, but what I'm saying is these teams have got a set. They when they go out on the pitch, every single person on that pitch knows what their job is. You understand? Everyone's been given tactical instruction about what to do when they're on the ball and when they're off the ball. Do you understand? Manchester United is a team, and I think Michael Owen said this, you saw against City, a team where one team was out on pitch, had tactical direction, was coached, versus another team that was just thrown out there with no instruction. Look, I saw Oli sit down on his bench. He only comes out on his bench when Manchester United go down or it's looking real peak. He's not there talking instruction to his players. He's not passing on messages. He's waiting till half time to speak to these guys. Look, what is that?
This is all he wants to do. This is all he wants to do, right? He wants to whisper to Carrick.
What is that doing, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Look, but we said this last time. He doesn't do anything.
But for a guy,
look at Conte.
So exactly.
When Conte went to Tottenham, he was out there shouting at people, go here, like, bro, you know what I mean?
Conte's using Conte, but listen, look, no, that's
Conte.
a good point. That's a good point because Conte.
No, but I'm talking about like the management style. He doesn't even try.
He's just drained Conte. Conte is showing an example of using every opportunity to embed and enforce your style and your tactics. Get your message across to these players. That's why he's there on the sidelines. He's just renewing the thing. Or he's sitting down as if like he's Sir Alex Ferguson, like the team's been doing swimmingly well, like he's got his tactics drilled and embedded. Well, if his tactics is to do that, then he's definitely got it drilled and embedded. He should be using every opportunity. He only waits till half time, really, to say anything or whispering to his side coaches. That's not enough.
But Fems, you know what? You touch on a point there, like, what do you call it? Crystal Palace beat Man City, and then West Ham just do. Look,
even Brighton,
team,
didn't Brighton
as
almost
a team,
spike thingy?
Yeah, as a team, and even you, look, if you're gonna go and play against someone, as a coaching thing, the finish, you look at the weakness of your opponent. You're not gonna go see how good City play. You're gonna see as, hey, what has other team done for them to feel vulnerable in? And you look against like Crystal Palace. What did Crystal Palace do to get something from the Crystal Palace? They don't go there and pack the bus to beat City. They didn't do that. They went and then they pressed City. They were in their face. That's how they went to press. So if you have seen a team gone there and press them and got a victory, why then would you go there and pack the bus and feel like that, especially at home, do that? And you know what? That itself, it just shows you that this is a manager that don't know what they're doing. Because if you cannot analyze your opponent's previous game, and take something out of it and come up with a game plan, I'm sorry.
No,
You
but
are not good enough.
You know when I knew it was over, right? I watched Maguire's interview, right? And it's not even sending it for him. And they asked him about, the Liverpool game. And even the interviewer said, have you watched back your performance? He goes, no, we haven't watched it back as players. We've got people that watch it. And he goes, I think the coaches have watched it and they'll let us know. Bro, to me, it's like boxing. Like Tyson was saying back in the day, Kosusu was sitting in a room and he'll have to watch all the old boxes and watch all the fights and analyze it. I feel like as a team, and even when my little brother was playing for like West Ham and stuff, it would be like they'll sit down and they'll go through the game as a team, then they'll bring you in individually and they'll have your highlights. They're not doing that. Like I feel like they need to sit down and be like, this is what happened in the game. Like for Maguire to say, I haven't really seen my highlights, they'll let me know. Like you're like, is this a joke? He goes,
you know what? Forget the team doing that. Forget the team doing that. As a player, you a football, you take the responsibility to yourself. Look, I used to play right back here, and when I go play right back, if I'm on the bench and I'm watching a player there, I'm watching him to find out, hey, how does this guy play? These people got video. It's like a goalkeeper going to face a penalty shootout here and not watch how these players play their penalty. It just shambles, bro. You go there and then you watch how you play and then see the mistake. You know what? Today, I watched Liverpool play, and I know Liverpool lost, but my God, bro, Van Dijk defending, bro, it is beautiful, buff. It is just so beautiful. Bro, the way he defended today, Liverpool considered free goals. But today, it could have been bad if they had any West defender there. Bro, he was just so good. One-on-one, against him, bro, strikers are shook, buff. Antonio was one of him, He didn't know whether to go left or right. He just stayed there, and then he just stayed there thinking, look, you go there, I go you. You go here, I go. Bro, it was just beautiful.
You know what's interesting?
Harry Maguire just doing nonsense.
With Manchester United, with Manchester United, and I tell you why coaching is nuts, you only get in the performances from the senior, like the senior players, right?
The ones that establish, innit?
As inconsistent as Pogba is, right? When we're getting a game, when we're going out to, claw a game back or going to win a game, Pogba is involved in it. Maybe 60% of the time, or maybe more, he's involved in that. He's a senior type player, right? Cavani, you can't really coach Cavani. He's done. He is who he is. You understand? Ronaldo, he is who he is. We brought in Sancho. He's not hit the ground running. Oli ain't going to be that guy to coach these guys. These guys, look, Luke Shaw's digressed. The person that we're saying, Oli, brought in a Tellez and now he's got the best out of Shaw. He's digressing now. These players need instruction outside of the well-established players. These guys need coaching and they need direction. These guys have been from toddlers to their adult age, have been told what to do. They've been told what to do from one coach, one manager to another. If you take that away from them, they're going to be headless chickens. I know we're expecting these guys, world-class guys or quality guys, to be doing what they need to be doing. But what we saw from City is drilled coaching, bro. They did not give you a second on that ball. 2 man up, 3 man up. Look, I saw them like Gundogan, and when Foden got that ball, Gundogan was there. He was creating an outlet. They were doing their triangles. Do you understand? Look, I saw Kyle Walker, playing in midfield, bro. 2 man at the back, City will always have there, 2 man. And I think they're probably thinking, look, Ronaldo ain't going to out-sprint me. If anything, Kyle Walker's there to recover. Walker will be going midfield at times. Cancelo, midfield at times. You understand?
Right, he's a right back that was playing left back and it was doing a madness.
But in the midfield, providing that extra man. So always, when you feel like City's always, there's too many of them. It feels like they've always got an extra man. These are the small little changes and little tweaks that Pep Guardiola does, that it just overpowers our guys. We can't do anything.
Do you know what it is? Pep is that guy, bro. You know what? Coaching-wise, Pep is that guy that everything to a T has to be. Even when they win, you see his interviews.
He's still fuming. He's still fuming.
He's like, this shouldn't have happened. That's
Fergie mentality. That's what Fergie used to do. When we'll be cheering, we'll be pissed because we conceded 1 goal and we won 5-1.
Yeah, and he sees the issues. Yeah,
like the coaching is so bad, bro.
The coach is so bad. And you know what? Yesterday, bro, in the second half, you know what? The coaching is so bad. The mentality is so bad. Let's say that in the second half, United did not come out today. I not only changed the formation, he did not come out yesterday, to even try to get something from the goal. they came out there to make sure that that scoreline doesn't go any higher. Because there was, for second half, they did not even try to go win a game.
What is it? 500 more passes than Manchester United or something like that?
Yeah, bro. You know what? If you play against City, yeah, City are always going to have the ball and everything just like that. We know this. But even on the counter, we couldn't hit them on the counter. And after some time, yeah, it's like we gave up. And the way some of the players were playing, yeah, they were playing so shambles. And I didn't even see not once. I don't know if you saw it at the stadium. Not once, only even shouting at the players, yeah, to say, what the fuck are you doing? But, there was no shouting, bro.
Do you know what it felt like? It felt like one of those Champions League games against Barcelona where you're not going to have the ball and we accept it because it's like Barcelona in their prime. Then when we did go for that one attack, the whole crowd's going crazy, trying to drill them on to get something. Like, I saw that one chance where we got an opportunity, I think, and Ronaldo forced the save from Edison. Outside of that,
yeah. That was the only.
But then when you watch it again, yeah, he should have squared it to Greenwood.
Exactly. Outside of that, he had food.
And you know what? And that only came, yeah, and that only came in the first half when we actually moved to them. And when we moved to them, they were a bit shaky, but they were a little bit shaky because I remember that chance. Rebellion took the ball from the centre back, ran a little bit there, and then squared it. And that was the only time when we done that. They were a bit kind of that. We only had 2 minutes in the whole game where we put some kind of pressure on them, and that was the only time City looked kind of like shaky. And after that, we just went back to
do you know what? Man United do that. Like, you see the Champions League game we just played. You know when we scored that good goal where it's just like
Ronaldo goal, the first goal, it was good, yeah.
But you know when we had that flash of playing football, look how easy we broke that team down. And then after we done that, we went back to normal.
Man United is playing out of fair, bro. I'm telling you, you're right.
You know what they do? Like, no, but that's what NK said. That there's a little scope. You know when Ronaldo had the volley and we're pressing, we're like, damn, we could actually move to this team. Then all of a sudden they sat back and they done that in the Champions League. They'll show it a stint of what they can do, then they just chill.
Yep. And you know what? That's our attack is our best attribute. Attack is our best attribute. If we're going to be losing games, we might as well be going. Like, I remember when Liverpool back in the days before they got Alisson and Van Dijk, where their defense was an issue, their attack was potent, and they were going. And certain times they were leaking goals, but they were outscoring teams. Man United can do that.
Do you know what it is? It's just the thing. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, if you know you can't defend well, it's like you say, attack. If it's like a punch out, bro, just keep on punching. Just attack. Punching. Like, and it basically get to a point where you just have to outscore to win. Even if it's a 5-4 or 4-3, just go for goals. Because no matter what, yeah, you sitting back, even with 5 at the back, we look like we're playing 2. Let's be honest. Like, the ball over, like Maguire's chilling, then Shaw's leaving the ball to go. Like,
Luke Shaw's been playing dead, to be fair. Like, positioning of Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw's been dead.
People keep blaming De Gea, but I know deep down when the ball came over, he probably didn't think no way Silva was going to get the ball. So when Silva did get the ball, he was shocked. You know what I mean?
You know what? One thing I got to say too is the players, yeah. With the players, like, because yesterday, if you watch the players, yeah, the way even Wan-Bissaka was playing, for example, like his positioning was bad. He wasn't even running to even get back when he got caught in the position. Look short too. I think after the second goal, when I don't even know who was trying to blame. Say second half, he wasn't pressing. He was just thinking like, you know what, I'm not even gonna go nowhere no more. It was just bad. It was like they were not bothered because they knew, yeah, whatever happened, they are still playing the next game, and that has been a problem. Wan-Bissaka ain't gonna run. The only players that you see, yeah, that when they play, Sancho and Van der Beek, they will run and chase after everything because they know that they're trying to get into the team. So when they come, they work extra hard to try and get into the team. Them ones there, they don't give a monkey about because they know whatever happens, yeah, they're gonna be in the team. Wan-Bissaka, I think like, bro, I've got a red card and this might be where to go uphill so that I can come and play anyway. So they can't do shit without me. So no matter what I do, I'm gonna be playing. Do you think he's gonna go there and then put extra training section inside just to get back into the team? No, he's not. Because he's gonna be in a team. Look, sure. He thinking, bro, they call me Roberto, bro. They must come play without me. Tell us, you know, this guy ain't coming inside. Even if I've been playing shit, this manager cannot drop me. Same thing with McTominay and Fred. They know they're gonna play regardless anyways, bro. When your manager is clapping just because you done some kind of like stupid shot, you know you're finished safe, bro. These mans are gonna play regardless, and you are seeing from the players here now, yeah, their mentality have dropped because they don't have no competition whatsoever, bro. And if you don't have competition in a team, yeah, bro, what was the point of training hard? Because when guys are getting to play games here, when they haven't even trained, Lindelof didn't train the whole week, and yet played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Ahead, Rashford has been feeling like sick since the Atlanta game that he didn't even train. He didn't even stay in a team hotel. He joined them in the morning, and yeah, he came on there. Any manager to call us like, look, Lindelof, you haven't trained a whole week, so you're not playing. You're not playing.
He ain't gonna. He only sticks to the ones that he feels he can
put
rely
different
on.
players even in position that they're not comfortable. They rather put other players in a different position than to actually play the guys just like that too. And that just shows you, bro, these players don't have no competition, bro. No hunger.
An article came out today, Court Offside article, saying how, Manchester United, they're looking at Brendan Rodgers. And do you know what? I was saying it earlier to you, NK, like, it's going to be so difficult, no word of a lie, so difficult for me to watch Manchester United games for the rest of it. It's either I'm tuning out, desensitized, I'm tuning out, or, do you know what I mean? Or like, we need to change something. For me, I can't bear to see us go through the season. Us, Liverpool, Arsenal fans above us now, the gap could be double figures by the, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't bear it, bro. And like,
we could technically get kicked out of the Champions League and not make the Champions League.
Nothing to play for. Do you know how mad it will be going through the season with nothing to play for, bro? Like, just, you know how boring that was? That happened to us, like, I don't even know how many seasons ago it happened to us. And it was so bad. And for me, yeah, when I hear stuff like Brendan Rodgers is linked, yeah, for me, to get someone like Brendan in January or now or whenever is a big deal because it's mid-season and these guys are like, gripped in with their teams. For me, I just can't handle us going through the end of the season without changing something. So we need to make a change, bro. We need to make a change. Yeah, so when I heard that news, like, that Brendan Rodgers could potentially come up, for me, it was some positive news because anything against that with Oli staying is too negative for me. And it's just the beginning of the season, bro. There's a lot more pain to come. So for me, yeah. I don't know. What's your views on it? Would you say, do you know what? Let's ride it out to the end of the season and try and go for a Zidane?
No, because this is the thing. Yeah. This is the problem, right? NK said this as well. You got to analyze the game, right? So when you're analyzing your old team, like he said, the Crystal Palace thing, yeah, you need to tailor and see what's worked, right? Look at Chelsea. They had an ex-player that was their manager. They struggled. The team didn't even want to play for him no more. The team weren't playing well. As soon as they got Tuchel, same team, they won the Champions League and they looked solid. So with that being said, Ollie's got to go, man. Like,
so my thing is this though. So we've had discussions offline and it's been about, we want so Enke will be like, oh, he wants the right manager. We all want the right manager, right? And so a lot of people think that right manager is Zidane. A lot of people think that right manager is Hansi Flick, or do you know what I mean? Like Nagelsmann, whoever it is, right?
But with
Brendan Rodgers has been linked.
I know, but with Zidane, yeah, where he knows how to deal with world-class players and a range of world-class players. You know what I mean? He's been at Real Madrid. He knows how to control. He has a formation in the system, and he knows how to play attacking football. And he's got a footballing brain. So Rodgers is good, but I don't know if Rodgers could. The personalities, I don't know if he's a big enough personality to come in and make his stamp. Zidane can come in and say, "Boom, you're getting dropped. You're doing this."
So my question is, so Zidane's saying you don't want to come, right? But hypothetically,
anything happens when the money comes involved.
So hypothetically speaking, now, if Zidane's saying, I'll come, but we're waiting till next season, are we doing that going through this season?
Yeah, but friends, this is my problem with Rodgers. Look, first of all, this season, yeah, we have to write it up. The only hope we have to get from this season, yeah, is get Champions League. We have to literally write this season off. Whether we win FA Cup or not, it's still a write-off because the aim of this season was for United to have a title challenge. Yeah. And that title challenge was over in October. Title challenge was over in October. Bro. So forget about, if Brendan Rodgers is going to come in this season, he ain't going to do anything this season than to literally get top 4 and play attacking football. And the thing about Rodgers is, look, here is the thing. United, I think like right now we are climbing a ladder. we are almost there to the ladder. As in, like we got the players. We just need that final push to just get there. Rodgers, I look at Rodgers' CV, yeah, and Rodgers' CV is a guy that always, when he gets to the top of the ladder and right before he has to grab the prize here, he has bottled it. And I want a manager that comes in here and no matter what happens here, they look at the players rather than the manager. If you bring, like, it's like when Pep came to City and then he finished fourth,
with
yeah?
Leicester than Ollie's done with Man United. In terms
Yeah,
of
Manchester United right now. When Pep came to City and City finished fourth, nobody was saying, oh, Pep cannot win it. They said, nah, Pep need to get his players in. If Rodgers come in now and Rodgers struggles, yeah, what players can Rodgers get in? Because
Oli can get in players. I think Man United as a brand is the pull rather than the manager.
But I don't care. Man United got a team already. We got slick attack. We got good defense. Apart from the midfielders, yeah. But you cannot say like you need some kind of like players in this team. The Rodgers football that Rodgers play, yeah, he can do better with this United team. Mm-hmm. And this is my problem. Bring a manager in that when they come here, the focus is gonna be more like back this manager and he's gonna do right. The squad that we have now, yeah, I tell you what, if Jose, you know, the first time Jose came to United, yeah, if Jose came and met this squad right now, yeah, Jose would have won a Premiership with this current team.
No, he probably would, you know.
Nah, he won't win it because
this is struggling at Roma, bro. He's struggling at Roma.
Bro, this is the same kind of team, yeah.
I don't know about Jose. Jose, I think he's done out. I think we got him when he was on his decline.
But when Jose
won Europa, I think he's on his decline.
Jose got done when his assistant left. When he had his assistant there, yeah, if he got this team, because the team that he won the Premiership with Chelsea, the second team, yeah, was exactly the same team. If Jose came there and he didn't have beef with Pogba.
I'm looking at Roma's. Look, they lost. When is it? They lost. They lost today as well, 3-2.
Of his assistant. I'm saying when he came there with his assistant, buff. When he came there with his assistant, buff.
Look, I just think this honestly though, yeah. Rodgers is a good coach, yeah. But look, the problem is, yeah, is that think about it, yes. Even Solskjaer, he can't go into the dressing room and tell players what to do. You can't go and tell Varane saying, you can't tell Ronaldo nothing. Someone like Zidane could come in and tell, boom, I'm dropping Maguire. He's not my captain no more. He's going to be on the bench. All right, do this, do that. People will listen to him. Number one, his stature in the game already, and number two, what he's won. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not even about whether the players are
going
to listen to them or not. Because let's be honest, players are going to listen to the managers. It's about bringing a kind of like manager in here that the club itself, yeah, believe that this guy can actually win it because he is a winner. And no matter what, like, for example...
Zidane's a winner, though. Look at all the trophies.
Exactly.
But the thing is, we're talking about Zidane. But Zidane
here's my point.
Bro, and he's shown little, like the reports are saying and leading to and insinuating that Zidane does not want to manage in the Premier League. Zidane does not want to manage Manchester United. So let's move away from Zidane. And my question to you guys is, do we go through the season sticking with Oli to the end of the season? Because the end of the season, because
you can bring someone else as a caretaker manager.
Well, you can bring someone else as a caretaker manager, yeah. But my thing is this: we're not getting any top manager that we're talking about now. That's my thing. Is now we're waiting.
That director of football guy want to come back. I heard that director from RB Leipzig want to come back. Look, for me, this is it. I want Man United to bring in a manager in here because look, I think we have
or at the end of the season.
Even now, if they can pull it off now, bro.
But if they can't,
pull it off,
then what do you do?
Now, but I don't want it to be Rodgers, bro. Because Rodgers, you're talking about short-term fix, bro. I want a manager that comes in here, and when that and United have never done that before, that manager comes and have total power. That when he comes and say, look, Pogba, I don't like Pogba and I want to sell Pogba, the club's going to say, cool. We believe that because you are a winner and everywhere you go, you have done it. So we're going to give you whatever you need. The club have never done that. And if Rodgers come right now, and Rodgers say, if Rodgers was to come right now and Rodgers say like, you know what, Sancho, I don't like the way Sancho playing. I want to sell Sancho and go bring a different player in. The club is going to say, nah, mate, we're not going to do that because we don't really feel like you really know what you're doing to sell our best players. And we feel like you can win with these players. When you get a guy like Zidane in here, who has won four Champions League, he comes and he said that, look, the kind of style I want to play, Luke Shaw doesn't fit inside, and I want to sell.
So who are we
Shaw.
talking about? What managers are we talking about here specifically? What manager do you want to see taken over? Realistic manager next season. Realistic manager next season.
I already gave you my top 3 managers, bro. I gave you, if we can get Zidane, Zidane is my number 1. Number 2 is the Barcelona manager.
You know, you're like that guy. You're like that guy with the gas charge.
Oh, number two. And you're still
like,
number 2 is Luis Enrique from From Barcelona. And number 3 is the Ajax manager. Look, here is the thing, I want a manager to come, and no matter if we are playing Liverpool, if we are playing Chelsea, Man City, it is still attacking football. And even if we lose, we are losing by playing good football. The same way that them guys like Brighton, Crystal Palace are doing now. Crystal Palace will lose, but they will still be playing attacking football. They will not come and say, oh, we are playing Man City, so we're packing the bus. I don't want them kind of managers, you know. I don't want Rodgers to come and say, hey, I'm playing Man City, so I'm going to pack the bus and hit them on the counter. I don't want none of them just stuff, bruv. I am tired of that, bruv. I don't want that, bruv. I don't want that. I want a guy to come and say, I will play attacking football until I die. And even if we are going to be open for them to expose us, at least we will die doing what we know how to do.
Right. That was the dying.
Bro, no. None of this Rodgers bullshit, bro. Man, look at Rodgers this season, bro. Guy's getting exposed, bro. Couldn't even be Leicester, bro. Could not be Leicester, bro.
He is managing Leicester.
I mean, he couldn't be Leeds United, bro. He couldn't be Leeds, bro. And look, last season, even Europa League last season,
mad levels of shit.
Europa League last season, he bottled it last season in Europa League, bro. He bottled it there, but when he comes, then the fans are going to start laughing at us. Oh, you're going to see your bottle.
AK is fucked, boy. AK.
Oh, I'm telling you, I don't want. So, see West Ham, See if West Ham now, if they get to the position that Leicester have been in the last 2 seasons in the top 4, they are not going to bottle it how Rodgers have bottled it twice in a row, bruv. Forget Rodgers, bruv. Full up. Only is bad, but forget Rodgers. We are ready to win. Pep is going to leave in 2 seasons. Liverpool players are getting old. After that, we need someone else to go. So
I'm not denying that Man United need a great coach. And right, if you was telling me, like I said, Hansi Flick or Nagelsmann or
who's your top 3 right now?
Or Allegri. Do you know what, right? So you asked me what my top 3 managers, right? Obviously, the realistic ones. Look, the ones I would like is Hansi Flick, but he's obviously the German coach, manager.
Yep.
We've got Ten Hag as well, who is the Ajax manager. Ajax plays that attacking football, which you really love. Banging in goals. His win record is crazy. Actually, to be fair, I think Ten Hag, in terms of realisticness of bringing someone in, because Nagelsmann has just gone to Bayern Munich, I think and I don't think he's going to want to leave, and I don't think they're going to want to let him go. Ten Hag, is the most realistic one that we can get, because we can take guys of Ajax. The only thing is Ajax gonna even want to discuss with us after we took Donny van der Beek and boy them off.
They will. The thing is, look, this is Man United. You don't reject Man United because you play for Ajax. You know, you don't. And me, you know what? You even said your question is that I want a manager to come in that when Liverpool and Man City are having their bad season,
I'll give it a go.
I'll give Zidane a go.
And Zidane. I'll add Zidane there. So my top 3 will be. My top 3 will be Zidane, it will be Ten Hag, Zidane, and then the realistic ones, then when did Allegri go to, like, is Allegri still, do you think Allegri is approachable? Because outside of that...
Nah, Allegri just went to Juve, so let's just forget about that. And he was available for a long time and United didn't go for him, so let's just forget about him.
Then my third spot will then be Brendan. It'll be Ten Hag.
So Poch, how about Poch? You left Poch out?
No, I won't touch Poch now, because the reason why I ain't touching Poch now is because Poch is doing all right in PSG, to be fair, like, but it's not looking convincing enough at PSG.
Pep, the reason why I don't watch Poch is that, well, he was here for a very long time and he couldn't even beat like City, like he couldn't even beat City or do anything like that. There are some kind of managers here that some of this stuff, like me. The reason why I say Zidane, and I know Zidane, people got a reservation, but look, if you know how last season Liverpool were having a bad season, and let's face it, City wasn't even on their best. You had a manager like Zidane, well, they will capitalize and take that title, bro. You know.
But do you know what though? But do you know what though? Like Manchester United needs a good manager. And a good man. Man United is the team that needs a decent manager, and they will go on to do crazy good things. Like I've seen Man United with Van Gaal win a trophy with Mourinho with his boring style football, and Van Gaal with the boring style football. You know, finish second, win a trophy, whatever it is like that. I feel like Manchester United, if we've just got a better manager that knows what he's doing tactically, even if we lose against these big teams like City and Liverpool, Manchester United will be able to beat Tottenham, be able to beat Everton, be able to beat West Ham and everything like that, and still be putting up a good title race. Like Poch, if Poch was the guy that said he wanted to come Man United, if we didn't get Ten Hag and we didn't get what do you call it? Like I said, Nagelsmann, who doesn't look like he's coming anyway because he's just trying. I'll take Poch. Like I'll take Poch, Brendan. I'll take them because Man United will win. We will win stuff.
Yeah, I know. You know what with Poch, one of my big things about Poch I don't like is that
Poch is
he's
10
a
points.
pushover too, bro. He's a pushover, bro.
You know Poch, he's 10 points clear in the French league right about now. He's sitting on 34 points. The next team below him is 24 points, 10 points. And this is what we expected from a manager that's managing France. Anyway, don't get me wrong. But he's doing what we expect.
I don't blame Poch. You know, with PSG, I don't blame Poch too much because
Poch
wanted him to press, Poch wanted to press, and them man got too much superstars here that they don't want to press like that. Even what do you call it? Thomas Tuchel even said it. He said them PSG superstars they don't want to do a lot of stuff. So, but I saw one of their games that they were playing So Di Maria was pressing and Neymar was doing his shoelace, but Neymar was just literally chilling doing his shoelace, but so with Poch that's not been my big finish. I don't want a manager where they're going to question whether he can get us over the line or not. Poch had it with Tottenham. He could have won something with them. He couldn't get over the line. I don't want that. I really don't want that, you know.
So if he does it with PSG, that's him winning a trophy now, isn't it? That's him getting over the line.
Well, yes. He hasn't won the league yet. So if he wins the league, then you can say that too. And then when he do that too, he's in the Champions League too this season too. Let's see what he does in the Champions League.
Edwin, would you take Poch?
No.
Would you?
No.
Straight, bro.
Easy.
You know what it is? Because you got to look at him now. Like, okay, he stepped up from Tottenham, obviously, but he can't handle stars. Like the way I hear they just run riot, everyone just talking how they want to talk and acting. You can't bring someone that can't control a team of superstars to Man United because it's going to be the same thing. Like, look at Neymar. Neymar's talking about, I want to retire now. I don't like playing football no more. Messi's complaining when he gets taken off. And Mbappe wants to leave sign for Real Madrid in January. Like, you know what I mean? He does.
Ramos just chilling too. Ramos just chilling too.
Like, you can tell he can't stabilize. The problem is we need someone that can come and stabilize our team because we're all over the place. He's having problems where he is already. So him coming here, I don't think he's going to do anything.
So who's your top two?
I just want something for friends.
Do you have a top two or top three?
I think right now, even though the Ajax manager is good, he's very unproven though. You know what I mean? Young manager. But what I do like about him, because he's part of the new young things, he's not stuck in his ways. You know what I mean?
Bro, Ajax manager, he was the same guy that went to the Europa League final when Jose was there. He's been in the semi-finals too, in the Champions League. And this season too, bro, he is battering teams just for fun this season too. And don't forget too, this is a guy that keep having different players because they keep on selling all their best players and then he keep on still building and still being competitive in the Champions League, bro.
Do you know why I have to say respect to him? Because, bro, the striker they have here, he didn't score one goal for West Ham. He's the top goal scorer in the Champions League with 7 goals. That's mad.
Yes. So that light-skinned brother, what's his name?
Hala.
He's Ivory. He's from Ivory Coast too, you know.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, so he gets the best out of players. So
African Cup of Nations, bro.
I think he'll be the second. But me personally, if we could get anyone, and they say they'll come, it'll be Zidane. Because at least with him, he's certified that he knows how to. Like Zidane could come in, and you know what NK was saying. He can stamp and say, "This is," and the board can't be saying to him, "Oh, you can't because you're some little guy." This is Zidane. As a player, as a manager, he can come and say, "I want this," and if he drops a player, no one's gonna say, why are you dropping Shaw? Why are you dropping Maguire?"
I think we need a manager here that all of us as a fan base here believe in and support. I don't want any manager to come in and there's a pure flag.
We need to
a pure like division. If Rodgers going,
you know what?
I have doubts. The players have doubt. Some people have doubt. But Rodgers ain't win no damn league to even get a Celtic. You know, man.
I think our best bet here is to go for the Ajax manager because I don't think Zidane wants to come Manchester United. That's my thing. Like, I don't think.
But I don't know. You know what? I don't believe in that story. I think Manchester United have not approached Zidane yet. They have not approached him yet.
The Athletic was reporting it that Manchester. There's no indication and there's no thing. They're saying that Zidane doesn't want to. They're 30. You know, they were saying Zidane does not want to manage in the Premier League, bro. They said he doesn't want to manage Manchester United either or not in the Premier League. So I'm taking it. I'm not taking it. I'm not even going to waste my breath, bro. I'm not going to waste my breath.
Friends, look, me,
I know he's the ideal fit, but he's not. We don't come.
Friends, listen to it. Zidane is a top-class manager, and if he does not want to manage in the Premiership, yeah, honestly, where does he go from now? Because Bayern Munich had a vacancy.
He wants to go French national team, bro. He doesn't want to. He doesn't care about this stuff about the Premier League. He will manage anywhere else outside of the Premier League. You don't care about the Premier League, bro.
You know what? Me until a close source has come and said that I don't believe it was the same thing they were talking about. It was the same thing they were talking about. Conte won United. Personally, I don't think United had made an approach to Zidane. If United go and approach Zidane right now, yeah, bro, it is Manchester United. Why would he say no? Waiting for what? He can't go back to Spain because he already managed Real Madrid twice. He can't go back to Barcelona. And after that, French League. You are the best, one of the best coaches in the world. You're going to go what? French League. France, you know, for what? What are you going to manage France for? If he was going to manage France and he was that interested, yeah, bro, after the Euros, yeah, France would have sacked their manager and given him the job if he was that interested. Because let's face it, France had a shambles of what do you call it, Euros, and before that, they would have just done that, but question mark is, no one knows what Zidane wants. And if Manchester United actually approach him, it's just like Poch. Poch, Man United won Poch. Man United won Poch. Poch was free for God knows how long. Did we ever approach Poch? No, we did not. You just don't know what this man actually won until Manchester United actually approached them both. And that's what it is. Allegri was free. Poch was free. Conte, and them ones, all of them were there. United never wanted this guy. July just gone, yeah. Ed Woodward came out and he said this. We have never been so sure that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer leadership is going to take is going the right direction. It's going to take this guy to the right direction, Bob. And that's what these mans are doing, Bob.
For me,
everything to make sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer becomes successful.
I would love to have Zidane in, but I'm not banking. I'm not putting all of my. You know that common phrase. I'm not putting all of my eggs in one basket. And for me, that's what I'm just doing basically. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. And we may end up getting a manager that is not the perfect fit that everyone don't agree with. It's very realistic. It's more realistic that Man United is not going to get the manager that everyone really likes and thinks is the perfect manager, because the board has not done it up until now. The history and the patterns of the board has always been doing things that are just wishy-washy, things that are not.
Well, so for me, employing Rodgers is also the same. It's the same mistake too.
It could be.
It's going to be a same mistake too.
It could be, bro. But for me, look, Woodward's leaving soon, and do you know what I mean? Whoever comes in, I don't know who's that. It's probably going to be someone promoted from inside of the club. For me, I ain't got no faith that Man United's gonna do a deal and get someone like Zidane in or get someone in that we really like that can take us to glory. I feel like it's gonna go from bad to worse. But you know what? We do need to wrap this up. So any last words, NK, any last words, Edwin, before we wrap up?
Man United are not good right now. Like, it's all joking about, like, when we're joking that, but they're really bad. And, like, even though it's early in the season, the foundations they laid is going to be crazy for going forward. So, look, at the end of the day, you got to cut your losses. And I say, you look at Chelsea, they got rid of Lampard, ex-player, team wasn't behind him, got a solid manager, and they're a different team. And we just need to just forget about this whole, Solskjaer, like, fair enough, he scored a Champions League goal in 99. Who cares? Like, right, this is like 2021.
Separate. It's different as well, coaching
like,
and
different. Yeah.
But like, get rid of him. Like, he's done his service. Look, even if he gets sacked, he's forever going to be a legend in our eyes. You know what I mean? For what he's done for the club. It's just that not everything works out. You know what? There's certain things in life you can take it to a limit. You can, and then once you hit that limit, you get exposed and you show that you can't surpass that. He's hit his limit. He's hit his ceiling. So just pass it. Even him gracefully. Like, if he really cares about Man United, he should just resign himself. Save any trouble.
It's true.
That's it for me. But
okay.
Poor performance.
Yeah, well, my message is simple, and it is the to United fan. But I feel like we just need to just detach ourselves from the club emotionally, but man, because it is not the time to just kind of like get angry. But like right now, emotionally, I'm not with United. Like yesterday, they lost, and I just wasn't even angry. I was just literally smiling for the whole game because I just didn't expect anything else. I already told my wife. I told her, if you get me my United top here for Christmas here, me and you are boxing. I might even call my lawyer for divorce, bro. Like, don't do that. Don't do that kind of stuff, bro.
I think that's family.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, don't do that because it is gonna be a very bumpy ride in the next few weeks, bro. Because when we come back from international week, we go Watford away, we go Villarreal away, and then we go Chelsea away. And our next home game is against Arsenal. So, and then after Arsenal home game again, it's against Crystal Palace. So we might even go our next two games at home and not even win nothing, bro. Because Arsenal will come a predicted draw. Crystal Palace will beat us at Old Trafford. So it's just gonna be like one of those like bumpy rides. Only I don't see him before Christmas. He's gonna go back. Between now and Christmas, bro, let's just, I don't know, just think about Christmas. Think about something to keep your mental health space, bro, man, because it ain't gonna get any better between now and Christmas.
I personally, to sign out, I applaud the Glazers. I applaud the Glazers because, you know, this time, 5-6 months ago, wherever it was, we were protesting, Glazers out. You know, they were the root cause of all of our issues with the Super League, as well as all of that stuff. That was just the icing on the cake. But we wanted them out because of their poor running of the club. You know, in 2000, you know, maybe over a decade ago, or even more, Manchester United had this crazy debt of $500 million. We're still in debt of $500 million all these years later, and nothing's changed. And you know what? They are the root cause, and they have done a genius job in focusing all our attention on Oli, and solely on Oli and these players, and deflecting what they do expertly away from themselves. So congratulations to them. And you know what? We're just going to be in the same cycle going forward. But guys, thank you for joining once again. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you like what you saw. Follow on TikTok at OT99 Bantering, Twitter at 99Banter, and Instagram at OT99_Bantering. Peace.